is how I wrote and recorded my song Now's the Time off my new album Different Kinds of Light.
Baby, put your jeans on, put your head on straight.
I started off writing Now's the Time. I was in Mexico City. I was at the foot of a bed in an apartment. It was sort of, in the pandemic, so to speak. I had to quarantine in Mexico before I went to the US to start the record properly. I was feeling a little bit, I was kind of wanting an motivational song. It was very much to a friend, asking them to believe in themselves a little bit more, giving them a little bit of kind of get up and go. I think I needed it for me, and I think I wanted to give it more than anything, that sort of memento. So I was just playing these chords. It's a kind of a D chord, which can be quite sweet, but then when I was sort of moving it up, it gives it this more like a tension, like a sweet tension. Baby, put your jeans on and put your head on straight. So I was in, the bedroom, and I was just imagining someone, getting up and trying to get ready for the day in this way that, I felt like they just needed a bit of almost like a smile kind of thing to do it. My producer, Dave Cobb, was just on the Barry Gibb record of the Bee Gees. And so it's no coincidence there's a lot of sort of disco references or kind of nods to it. The first being the lead vocal is triple tracked, which is actually what he does. So when you listen to like, but it also sounds so kind of strong. There's just so many stacked vocals on there. So I'll play you that. Here we go, where's the lead? So there's three. And then you have the BV.
But I think you should hear me, 'cause I meant it when I said.
So there's a lot of vocals going on. There's like six vocals all in all. And then we continued to add to that 70s kind of vibe by giving the drums and the percussion almost like a looped feel, which is what they would have done in the day. I think on one of the famous Bee Gees records, the drummer actually didn't show up and they had to just loop. So you get this almost like quite robotic dance disco feel that we were going through to carry this chorus where it is. So I'll play you that now. It could just be a loop drum beat. You don't know, even though it's not, it's played live, it could be. And then we added the congas. So it's like this really signature percussion style, really just signature drum backing track. And it gives it this like dance feel, like it makes you feel happy, it makes you want to move, which is new for me. I don't usually choose this style. So we combined that 70s reference with this sort of 90s guitar reference. We were really inspired by the Johnny Marr guitar tones of the Smiths records especially. And I remember we would put the electric guitar through a chorus to give that riff. We're mimicking the vocal riff, which if anyone is recording or producing their own tracks, I could give, that would be my, one like tip or trick is if you've got a really hooky vocal melody, mimic it with something. Mimic it with either the bass, mimic it with a electric guitar, an acoustic guitar, just to give it that extra lift. And I'll hear you what you did here. So that's literally That's literally mimicked, it's the same. And as you can hear in that tone, there's a lot of chorus to it. It's like chorus and reverb. Just really happy, I think, as a group. There aren't many tracks on this record. I think there's 3 tracks on the percussion part. There's drums, congas, and like a really tambourine and maybe a shaker. So you've got 4 tracks for percussion and everything else. There's about 4 more tracks in the whole song. So in the middle A of this record, which is my favorite part of like the whole record, I just love it. It gives you this super 80s, like just, I don't even know what the words are to describe it, quite euphoric. I completely forgot. We ran my acoustic through like distortion, through super heavy distortion. And there's no electric guitar in this part, which is just insane to me. I'll play it for you now. So this is an acoustic through a distortion, and maybe an overdrive. So a lot of that comes from the fact I play guitar so hard. So when I'm on stage, I'll just snap a string, because when I'm on my own, I'm used to having to carry these songs by myself. So I smack my guitar because I need the energy to match my vocal, which I think Dave felt might have been irreplaceable. Dave Cobb, my producer, might have felt that that was an irreplaceable thing we couldn't mimic on the electric. We needed my rhythm. And for some reason, we chose to do it through the acoustic, not through an electric. So that really makes me laugh. And the middle eight, like I said, is just my favorite part. I just love that. I love the fact that So yeah, that is how I wrote and recorded my song Now Is the Time.